the long peace for 3,000 years, the galaxy had been silent. No great wars, no endless battles. Empires rose and fell, yet peace continued. Most species believed that war itself had been erased from history. Humanity was still there, hidden, among the stars. But unlike other races, humans chose silence. They built no grand empires. They made no threats. They simply smiled when others looked at them. To many alien rulers, humanity became a strange mystery. Some called them the Watchers. Others said they were the Forgotten. The younger alien races could not understand. Why does no one fight the humans? They asked. Why do older empires speak of them with caution, but never with anger? The answer was always the same, because humans are not to be tested. But over time, memory became weak. 3,000 years was a long time. New leaders rose, full of pride, who laughed at the stories of old. They believed humans were soft. They believed peace had made Earth weak. And so, a council of alien warlords gathered. Their fleets stretched across hundreds of star systems. Their armies could burn planets in hours. They looked at Earth, sitting quietly in its corner of the galaxy, and they saw easy prey. One of the warlords stood and declared, 3,000 years of peace have made them forget the taste of war. We will remind them. We will test these humans. The others agreed. An armada was formed, ships black as night, engines glowing like fire. They called it the trial. To them, it was only a game. To them, humanity was only a weak opponent. But what they did not know was that humans had been waiting. The first alien scouts arrived in the Sol system. They expected panic. They expected to see humans begging for mercy. Instead, they saw something strange. Earth was calm. Cities continued. As normal, people walked the streets, laughing, smiling, living their lives as if nothing was happening. The aliens sent reports back to their commanders. They do not fear us. They do not even notice us. This confused the warlords. How could humans stay calm when death was approaching? Did they not understand the danger? Or did they hide something deeper? A message was sent to Earth. The aliens demanded surrender. They broadcast their voices across every channel, threatening destruction if humans refused. The reply from Earth was short, only 3 words. We accept trial. The warlords laughed. They mocked the simple message. To them, it sounded like surrender. To them, it sounded like weakness. But far beneath Earth's oceans, something began to move. Deep inside forgotten bunkers, machines awakened. Old codes flickered across screens. Silent guardians, asleep for thousands of years, opened their eyes once more. The aliens did not see it yet. They did not know what was rising. On distant worlds, alien merchants whispered in fear. They remembered old tales. They remembered warnings, passed down through generations. Never push humans into war, the elders had said. They do not fight often, but when they do, no power can stop them. But the young warlords ignored the warnings. They believed in numbers. They believed in firepower. They believed humanity would finally fall. Their fleets gathered at the edge of the Sol system. Thousands of ships, armed with the deadliest weapons in the galaxy, pointed their guns toward Earth. The galaxy held its breath, inside a command chamber on Earth. Human leaders stood silently. Their faces showed no fear, only calm, only patience. For 3,000 years, they had chosen peace. But peace was never weakness. It was preparation. One commander spoke quietly, his voice steady. They have come at last. The test begins. And with that, the silence of millennia cracked. Across the system, hidden warships began to awaken. From asteroid belts, from under frozen ice, from forgotten stations floating in the dark, human fleets came alive. Their engines burned with ancient power. Weapons never seen by alien eyes hummed with energy. The aliens thought they had found prey. Instead, they had awakened something far more dangerous. The first alien admiral received reports. Strange readings, unknown signals, massive objects moving from the shadows of space. At first, he laughed. They are just old satellites. They cannot harm us. But then the scans grew clearer. These were no satellites. These were warships, huge, hidden, and ancient. Their size dwarfed even the largest alien cruisers. Their weapons glowed with energy far beyond anything known. The alien admiral's laughter slowly faded. Fear crept into his heart. The humans had not forgotten war. They had been waiting for it. And then the first human transmission echoed across the void of space. Calm, simple, terrifying. You wished to test us. The test has begun. The galaxy listened. The aliens realized too late that their game had turned into something far greater. Humanity had smiled for 3,000 years, not because they were weak, but because they knew what they carried in silence. And now, that silence was broken. The first move. The alien armada entered human space with fire in their hearts and laughter on their lips. To them, this would be easy. To them, humans were nothing more than relics of an ancient race calm. Too quiet, too weak. Thousands of ships darkened the stars. Their hulls glowed with alien symbols. Their weapons hummed with deadly power. Across their fleets, soldiers cheered, certain of victory. But when their sensors scanned Earth, they found something strange. No panic, no fleets rushing to defend, no cries for help, only silence. The humans stood still. Their cities glowed peacefully. Their people lived normally, as if the largest armada in history had not entered their skies. To the alien commanders, this was insult. They wanted fear. They wanted the humans to bow. But all they saw were calm faces. And that same mysterious smile. The alien high command sent a message, their voices filled with arrogance. Humans, your peace ends now. Kneel before us or be destroyed. We give you one chance. The message echoed across every human channel. Billions on Earth heard it. Billions across colonies heard it. And then the reply came. 3 simple words, spoken with calm, spoken without fear. We accept trial. The galaxy froze. The alien commanders laughed. They are surrendering. This will be easier than we thought. But not all was certain. Among the aliens were older races, ones who had heard whispers of humanity's past. They did not laugh. They remembered warnings. Do not test them. Do not mistake silence for weakness. The warlords ignored these whispers. Pride made them blind. The alien fleets began their approach. They moved toward Mars first, planning to use it as a forward base. Their ships descended with confidence. And yet, something felt wrong. Scouts reported strange signals. Massive energy spikes hidden beneath the surface of planets. Old structures buried under ice, oceans, and stone. One scout ship entered the dark side of Earth's moon. What it found was no natural crater. It was a massive metallic door, glowing with lights that had been asleep for thousands of years. The scouts sent one last Transmission before vanishing in a flash of white light. Its signal cut off. The ship was gone. The alien admiral frowned. A malfunction, nothing more. But deep inside, unease began to grow. Hours passed. The alien fleet spread out, surrounding Earth's system. They fired warning shots, burning through empty space. The warlords wanted to show their strength. Still, humanity did nothing. Still, Earth was silent. Until, at the edge of the asteroid belt, alien sensors caught movement. Something was drifting from the shadows. At first, they thought it was just rocks. But then, engines flared. Shapes emerged. Warships, not new ships. Not fragile ships, but ancient and enormous war machines, hidden for thousands of years. Their hulls were black, their designs unlike anything in alien records. They carried weapons older than empires, yet still glowing with lethal energy. The humans had not been sleeping. They had been preparing. The alien admirals shouted in alarm. It is impossible. How could they hide this for millennia? The answer was simple. Humanity had never stopped building. While others enjoyed peace, humans prepared in silence. They did not spread their power across the galaxy. They hid it. They guarded it. They waited. And now the first move had begun. One alien captain laughed nervously. These ships are old. They cannot match our power. But then it happened. A single human warship powered up its main cannon. A silent hum grew across the void. Energy gathered, brighter and brighter, until the stars themselves seemed to tremble. And with one shot just, one alien battleship was erased. No wreckage, no escape pods, nothing left but dust. The alien fleet fell silent. That one strike echoed across every screen, every ship, every soldier. For the first time, fear spread through their ranks. The humans did not cheer. The humans did not boast. Their ship simply powered down again, calm and silent, as if destroying a battleship meant nothing. Then came the second message. A voice broadcast across the stars, steady and chilling. You wished to test us. The test has begun. Panic rippled. Through the alien fleets, admirals barked orders. Ships moved into defensive formations. Soldiers who once mocked humanity now whispered in fear. The warlords tried to hold control. They are only one fleet. We still outnumber them 100 to 1. But numbers did not matter. For every human warship revealed, 10 more signals appeared in the darkness. Hidden under oceans, rising from frozen moons, cloaked in deep space human. Fleets awakened. They had been waiting for this day. One alien officer whispered in horror. They planned for us. They always knew someone would come. The admiral silenced him, but doubt had already spread. The humans' calm faces, their strange smiles, it was not arrogance. It was certainty. The galaxy watched in silence. Broadcasts of the first human strike spread across worlds. Billions of aliens saw the truth. Humanity had not grown weak in peace. They had grown stronger, stronger than anyone had imagined. Asterisk. Humanity awakens. The first alien battleship had vanished in a single strike. The void of space was quiet, yet that silence carried more weight than any roar. The warlords, once laughing, now sat in uneasy silence on their command bridges. One strike, one shot, and an entire ship gone. Some still told themselves it was luck. Some believed it was just one weapon, a trick, something humanity could not repeat. But deep inside, even the most arrogant leaders felt the same cold truth. This was no accident in the Sol system. Humanity's preparations unfolded. Across the frozen moons of Jupiter, ancient hangars split open. From beneath layers of ice, massive machines rose into the stars, warships the size of cities, their black hulls etched with unknown symbols. On Earth's oceans, waves parted as hidden submarines lifted skyward, transforming into sleek battle. Carriers armed with energy weapons. On Mars, deep beneath the red dust, massive silos opened for the first time in thousands of years. Missiles older than empires, yet perfectly preserved, rolled into launch position. Their warheads pulsed with power that no alien database recognized. It was as if Earth itself had been sleeping, and now the planet was awake. Alien sensors screamed with warnings. Thousands of signals appeared, ships rising from every corner of the system, fleets cloaked in darkness, revealing themselves like predators coming out of hiding. One alien officer whispered in disbelief. They were waiting. They always knew we would come. The admiral silenced him, but even his voice trembled. Meanwhile, in the human command chamber, leaders stood calm. They had no panic in their eyes, no sign of fear, only patience. One of the admirals, a woman whose family line had prepared for this very day, looked at the holographic map of the alien armada. She spoke with steady confidence. 3,000 years we gave them peace. They mistook it for weakness. Now we show them the truth. Another commander nodded. Activate the Valkyrie protocol. The word spread across the system. At once, ships and stations responded. The ancient defense network, known only to humanity, lit up in brilliant streams of light. Weapons that had not fired in millennia, powered to life, and still humans smiled. The aliens, desperate to show strength, ordered their fleets to attack. Thousands of ships surged forward, weapons blazing, filling the darkness with fire. Their first volley struck Earth's defenses, but the attacks did nothing. Shields glimmered like walls of light, absorbing the energy without a scratch. Human warships responded, not with wild barrages, but with calm, precise strikes. Each shot mattered. Each strike found its target. Alien cruisers exploded in silence. Dreadnoughts that had survived centuries of wars vanished in seconds. Their formations broke apart as panic spread. One alien captain screamed across the comms, "They are tearing us apart." This is impossible. But it was not impossible. It was inevitable. Humanity had prepared for this. The truth was clear now. Humans had spent their millennia of peace not forgetting war, but perfecting it. While others built empires for glory, humans built defenses for survival. While others spread thin across the stars, humans focused inward, creating weapons no one else had ever seen. Peace was never weakness. Peace was their shield. War was their hidden sword. And now that sword was unsheathed. The alien warlords tried to rally their fleets. Orders screamed across channels. Hold the line, push forward, overwhelm them with numbers. But numbers did not matter. Human ships fought with coordination unlike anything seen before. Artificial intelligence guided fleets with perfect precision. Drones swarmed enemy ships, disabling engines before vanishing into the void. Weapons bent space itself, cutting through shields like paper. Entire alien squadrons disappeared in moments. Then came the second human strike. This time, not a single ship but dozens. From hidden positions near Saturn, enormous cannons charged. The sky glowed white, brighter and brighter, until it looked as though stars were being born. And then silence. The cannons fired. Alien ships shattered in waves of fire. Hundreds of vessels gone in an instant. The space around Saturn became a graveyard of wreckage. The galaxy watched the live broadcasts in horror. Billions of aliens across distant worlds saw what happened and whispered the same words. The humans have awakened. Inside the alien flagship, the Grand Warlord's hands shook. He had mocked the humans. He had promised easy victory. But now, with every report of another destroyed fleet, he felt fear creep into his chest. "This cannot be real," he muttered. "They cannot be this strong." But they were, back on Earth. The human commander delivered the second message. Calm, precise, icy. "You wished to test us. We will give you your answer." The alien armada began to falter. Ships broke formation. Some captains tried to retreat, only to be cut down instantly. Others pushed forward recklessly, desperate to prove their strength, but were torn apart by human defenses. The warlords had thought themselves hunters. Now they were prey, and yet humanity did not destroy them all. Not yet. Each strike was careful. Each battle was measured. It was not rage that guided humanity. It was control, because humanity wanted the galaxy to understand. This was not just a fight. This was a lesson. Asterisk, the wrath of the smiling race, the alien armada, once proud and unshakable, was crumbling. Ships that had survived countless wars were now burning wreckage, drifting in silence. But what terrified the aliens most was not the destruction itself, was the way the humans fought. No chaos, no desperation, only calm, measured precision. It was as if every move had been planned thousands of years ago, as if humanity had been waiting for this exact moment. On the bridge of the alien flagship, the Grand Warlord roared in anger. His hands slammed against the console as he shouted at his commanders. "Push forward, do not stop. They are only one. System on the Earth. Numbers will crush them." But his words felt hollow, even to himself. He had promised his people glory. He had promised an easy victory. Now, with every passing second, his promise turned into a nightmare. Human fleets did not charge wildly. They did not waste fire. Instead, they cut the alien armada apart with terrifying efficiency. Drones the size of insects swarmed into alien cruisers, disabling engines and weapons. Massive carriers released pulse waves that fried entire squadrons in seconds. AI-controlled frigates weaved through enemy fire, moving with perfect coordination as if they were extensions of a single mind. It was not war. It was slaughter. And yet, through it all, humanity's face remained calm. They still smiled. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Billions across distant worlds stared at their screens, unable to look away. For centuries, humans had been dismissed as quiet, harmless, weak. Now they saw the truth. Their silence was not weakness. It was warning. Whispers spread across every planet. The smiling race has returned. On Earth, the human command chamber glowed with activity. Holographic maps showed the alien fleets breaking apart. A general stood, his voice calm, almost cold. "Engage Phase 3. At once, new commands spread through human fleets. From the asteroid belt, massive structures unfolded, revealing themselves as colossal weapons, orbital lances capable of splitting moons. From Neptune's orbit, stealth fleets uncloaked, surrounding alien squadrons that had tried to retreat. From deep space, beyond even Pluto, a weapon older than the empires of the galaxy came alive. The Halo Array, an ancient ring of satellites built during the first human age of war. Its purpose was simple: control the battlefield with one command. The array activated. Space bent. Alien ships found their weapons useless, their shields collapsing, their engines failing. The galaxy saw, and the galaxy trembled. On the alien flagship, panic spread. Officers shouted over one another. Alarms screamed, and desperation filled the air. "This cannot be real," one officer cried. "They were never this powerful," another shouted. But deep inside, some remembered old stories. Old warnings, passed down in whispers. Do not test the humans. Their smile hides fire. Now those whispers became truth. Human ships closed in. But still, they did not annihilate everything. Every strike was careful. Every move deliberate. It was not rage. It was not revenge. It was judgment. An alien captain, his ship surrounded, tried one last act of defiance. He broadcast to the human fleet, "You are monsters. You hide behind peace while preparing for war. What are you?" For the first time, a human commander gave an answer. His face appeared on every alien screen. Calm, cold, smiling. "We are the reminder. We are the reason the galaxy had peace for 3,000 years." The words struck harder than any weapon. The alien fleets began to collapse completely. Formations shattered. Captains begged to retreat. The once proud armada, which had mocked humanity, now fought only to survive. But survival was not guaranteed. Human fleets surrounded them, their weapons ready. One wrong move, one act of defiance, and entire squadrons were erased. The galaxy had never seen such control. The galaxy had never seen such power hidden behind silence. Back on Earth, human leaders stood watching. They did not celebrate. They did not rejoice. One spoke quietly. They wanted to see our answer. Let them carry it home. And so humanity made a choice. They would not destroy all, not yet. They would leave survivors, broken, humbled, terrified survivors, because fear spreads faster than fire. Across alien worlds, children asked their elders, "Why do the humans smile?" And the elders, their faces pale, whispered the truth. They smile because they know. They smile because no one can stop them. Asterisk, the final answer, the alien armada, was broken. Once. It had stretched across the stars like a storm, thousands of ships strong. Now only fragments remained wreckage, drifting in silence. The cries of survivors echoing through ruined comes. And yet, humanity did not cheer. They did not roar in victory. Their faces remained calm. Their fleets, still glowing with hidden power, held position in perfect silence. The galaxy watched, holding its breath. What would humans do now? Would they finish the warlords? Would they burn the armada until nothing was left? The answer came slowly. On the flagship of the alien warlords, fear ruled. The Grand Warlord, once so confident, now sat pale and trembling. His hands shook as reports poured in. Fleets destroyed, defenses shattered, escape routes cut off. For the first time in his life, he felt small. For the first time, he realized the truth. They had never tested the humans. The humans had tested them. He ordered his officers, "Send a message. We surrender. We yield to Earth." But before his words could leave the ship, the humans spoke first. A broadcast filled every alien ship, every every screen across the galaxy. The image of a human commander appeared. His face was calm, his voice steady, his eyes sharp as steel, and on his lips was that same smile that had haunted the galaxy since the battle began. You wished to test us. You asked for our answer. This is humanity's answer. He raised his hand, and in the void of space, human fleets shifted. They did not fire. They did not kill the remaining survivors. Instead, they surrounded the broken ships, holding them like prisoners, forcing them to witness humanity's power. In silence, one alien officer whispered, "Why do they not finish us?" And the answer came. The human commander spoke again. For 3,000 years, we chose peace. We could have ruled. We could have crushed every empire. But we remained silent. You believed our silence was weakness. You believed our smile was surrender. You were wrong. His voice grew sharper. Peace was always our choice. War was always your mistake. Across the galaxy, the message spread. Billions of aliens listened, their hearts trembling. For centuries, they had thought humanity was harmless. Now they saw the truth. Humanity had always been the silent guardian, the unseen balance, the reason peace had lasted so long. The humans did not hide because they were weak. They hid because they were patient. On the alien flagship, the warlord fell to his knees. His pride was gone, his arrogance shattered. He whispered in defeat. They smiled, because they already knew. The humans gave one final command to the surviving alien fleets. Leave. Return to your worlds. Tell them what you saw. Tell them humanity has spoken. The broken armada obeyed. Ships limped away, carrying their fear across the stars. Survivors would tell the story, and the story would spread like fire, and soon every corner of the galaxy would know the same truth. Humanity was not to be tested. In the silence that followed, Earth's fleets slowly powered down. The hidden war machines returned to their slumber, sinking back beneath oceans, ice, and stone. The colossal weapons shut their eyes once more. Humanity did not seek conquest. They did not seek glory. They simply returned to peace. But now, peace had a shadow. Every alien empire, every warlord, every leader would remember what had happened. They would remember the wrath behind the smile. Generations later, alien children would ask their parents, "Why do humans smile?" And their parents would whisper the answer with trembling voices. They smile because they know what happens when the smile fades. Back on Earth, the human commander stood before his people. He looked out at the cities, the oceans, the skies that had been protected for millennia. His words were calm, his tone steady. Today, we reminded the galaxy of who we are. Let them come again if they dare. But remember, our choice will always be peace, until they force our hand. The people of Earth cheered, not in rage, but in pride. They knew the truth now. Humanity had passed the trial, and the galaxy would never forget, far away on alien homeworlds. The survivors of the Armada spoke in fear. They are not weak, they are not soft, they are the smiling race, and when they smile, entire fleets fall.